Last year, I made just over $15,000 through my small e-commerce business, Enkel Studios, and this year we're on track to exceed that. Starting a small business can be pretty life-changing, but there's a ton of work that goes into building a small business that creators often never show you. So today I want to take you through an entire journey of me launching a new product for my brand and tell you all the secrets that I learned on the way while building this small business. I think the first thing to remember is that most businesses have some sort of a seasonality depending on your industry or the products that you sell. But for example, we sell workspace goodies, aka things that make your desk space more organized, more minimal, more aesthetic, and more ergonomic. And for us, we always have high seasons, kind of August going into September, because it's back to school season. People are preparing for that. We also have a spike in our sales from like November going into December. So Black Friday sales, as well as people who are buying Christmas gifts. And we always see a little bit of a spike in March too, which I'm assuming is because people are spring cleaning. The weather is getting warmer and people are just more interested in redecorating their space. So one thing to note if you're planning to start a small business is to not expect every month to be the same. I think that that is not possible, or at least it's very, very rare. But if you haven't started your business yet, it's definitely something to consider. So how will my products experience seasonality depending on different periods of the years, different holidays? And you could try to think of products that people may potentially want to buy or repurchase throughout the year. So one thing I will say is that we make these really beautiful products. Like our wooden laptop stand, we try to make sure it's as sturdy as possible, that the quality is really nice, and that you're just not going to have to replace it. But now we're realizing the issue with creating a sturdy, high quality product, especially something like a laptop stand, is that people aren't gonna be wanting to replace their laptop stands. Like, this is gonna last you forever if you wanted to. So even though this and our monitor stands are our hero products, it's also important to have products that people may want to purchase for other reasons as well. But we have started to sell stuff like desk mats, which you do wanna switch out every once in a while if you end up ruining it somehow, or if you just want to switch up the overall aesthetic of your desk. So the product launch that I'm preparing for is for our desk mats, except that we are actually looking to pick some new colors and release some new colors for kind of like spring, summer, and to really change up the aesthetic of your desk. So we've been playing around with new color ideas. I start pretty much every creative project by creating a mood board and collecting some inspo photos so that I can really figure out what it is I'm trying to make. When I first started building out the Enkel Studios brand, that was the tool that I used. So I've sort of kept everything within Milano and Figma, so all of our designs and all of our mood boards over the years, and it's just kind of worked for me. The manufacturer also sent over a color palette a little while back, so I got to touch and look at all the different colors that they have, because oftentimes when you're creating a product, when they are different colors, the texture can be slightly different depending on how they color the product. So I submitted the colors that I wanted, and today is actually the day that the samples are going to arrive. So this will be the first time that I'm seeing the samples in the colors that I picked out, and I'm very, very excited to see them. So this is looking into our clavio. The things that I want to work on today are probably our email flows specifically. You can see that we have a bunch of flows here. I think the one that I recently worked on was our abandoned cart email. So going back to the list, I'm just looking at the campaigns that are live. So we have the abandoned cart one. We also have people who signed up and did not make a purchase, and then a welcome series. Okay, I feel like that definitely needs work. It doesn't really match our new branding anymore. So let's start with the people who signed up and did not make a purchase email flow. So I build all of my emails within Figma. I think I am going to hire an email marketing person onto our team soon, but this is how I've been doing it. I will actually design the emails in Figma and then export them into Klaviyo, which actually works fine because now I have all of these like reusable elements that I can quickly and easily create new emails with. So when I'm thinking about somebody who signed up for our emails but did not make a purchase yet, I think the most important thing is to relay like our brand message and really try to explain and show them why Enkel Studios is a great choice for when they're looking for like workspace goodies. I think the most important aspects that I want to include here are why choose Enkel, the quality of our products, and then some customer testimonials. Oh my God, I'm so upset right now. I went downstairs to retrieve my package, which are our new samples, and I got so excited to film and show you like the unboxing process that I didn't even turn my mic on. So here we are trying this again. I did already like open the boxes and unpack the mats, but I'm gonna show you the mats now. It's still just as exciting because this is the first sneak peek of our 2 new mats. I think by the time this video goes up, they will be live on the site, but here they are. We ended up going with a turquoise color and then a really beautiful navy color as well. When we're picking out colors, even though that this is a spring summer launch, we want to make sure that we're not picking colors that people are going to get sick of too easily. So nothing too bright and in your face. After all, our brand is all about like minimalism and having this very like congruent and unified and aesthetic workspace. We want to make sure that the colors are fun, but are still really welcoming and sort of can tie your workspace together. It's one thing seeing the products rolled up like this, but when they are like spread on your desk, it can show up kind of differently. So in the past, we've had to kind of do a couple round of samples because sometimes when you're just looking at a product sample that's like a little sliver of the material, it looks really different when it's actually spread across your desk. But upon first glance, I'm really liking these. It's time to pick one and switch out my mat. I already took off the cream one that I was using. I think we're gonna have to go with the turquoise. Oh, I really like it. I swear I did not pick this color because it looks good with my keyboard. Seeing it on my desk like this, I think it looks even better than I expected. The color, although it is a turquoisey blue, it's very muted and it's just very like comforting to the eye. Yes, the white products look really good on it. Yes, this keyboard looks really good on it, but I don't think it's even just that. Like it looks really good with the light wood. I think it's gonna look really good with a white desk as well. There's something about seeing your products in front of you and you can touch it and you can feel it and you can use it that feels super fulfilling and magical. So I'm glad I could share this moment with you, but that is definitely something about running a small business that makes all of the work so worth it, is this moment when I get to sit down and just look at the products and touch it and feel it and use it. Chef's kiss. It is like the most beautiful thing ever. So moving on to the social media aspect of running a small business, I think the social media landscape in general has just changed, and there are people who talk about it, but let me tell you exactly what I think as both a marketer as well as a small business owner will succeed in today's digital landscape. So here is what our social media account currently looks like. We did a lot of graphics, a lot of images. We did do some videos in the past, but if I were to start over, I would do this account quite differently. I think the big theme that everyone wants to see on social media now is that they want to see the brand owners and the people who are involved with building the brand talk about the brand instead of just your typical professional imagery or graphics, because what we want as consumers really is to connect with someone. I think for a long time, Instagram has been this highlight reel of people's lives, these very professional brand images and like representations of different companies. But more and more, what makes a brand stand out to us as consumers is having a strong voice, being genuinely helpful on all the different platforms, and really showing you the behind the scenes of running any type of business. So what I would do differently is I would create so many more videos about the creation process of Enkel. My team often tell me that the content that perform the best on our platforms are the videos and images that have my face in it. And you know, I think I'm cute and all, but that's definitely not why people are engaging with that content more. People are engaging with content with the business owners more because they love to see the people behind the brand. Like, you want to give your brand, ooh, I almost dropped my phone. You want to give your brand a personality. So I think it's time that we do a bit of an overhaul of our social media account, and I just want to spend a little bit more effort into talking about the creation of Enkel, how I did it, and just creating more videos and pictures that show you like my experience as a business owner. Good morning, hello, it is another day. I have a few new things that I need to work on before we launch the desk mats. We're getting pretty close to receiving the items. We've already sent out a few of the early inventory to some of our creator friends who are going to be helping us shoot some product photos. So some other things that I need to prepare are, I need to update our wholesale brochure to include our new products. It actually hasn't been updated for a while, but we do work pretty closely with some wholesale partners. Something I definitely recommend doing if you sell physical products is to find other businesses or marketplaces that may carry your products. So for example, we work with Autonomous as well as Haworth, who both sell office supplies such as standing desks, desk chairs, stuff like that. Oftentimes it does become this mutually beneficial agreement because they don't have to go source your products and try to make it themselves, which saves them cost, and you get exposed to a larger audience. So definitely one side of the business, which I don't hear a lot of people talk about, but for our business specifically has been huge as far as kind of getting our name out there. I'm done with the wholesale brochure. This is what it looks like. It starts with obviously a cover page, and what I did was just added the logos of our current partners, and then you move through all of our different products that include the measurements, a little description of the product, and then the ones that I added today were the vegan desk mats as well as the birch pen holder. And then we talk a little bit about our audience and community, and then the information about connecting. So that is done. So I do have a teammate who helps me with sort of the business development side, or like the B2B side. We try to tackle both B2C and B2B. B2B being a relatively newer market for us, whereas we launched with the idea of being B2C. But I think that if you are able to shift your business to a B2B model, it's going to really dictate size and speed of your growth, because ultimately selling to a business is going to be a lot more profitable than selling to a consumer. So I guess another thing to think about when you're considering what types of products and what types of services that you want to sell. I actually discovered today that my light bulbs in my ceiling light are also RGB. They were already here when I moved in, but today when I was turning on my light, I accidentally flicked it one extra time and it turned it into like Bluetooth mode. Now I have RGB ceiling lights without even meaning to. The last thing that I want to do for this product launch is to write a series of launch emails. There are a few other things that we are testing for this launch, such as potentially having a landing page or a sign up form, working with a select bunch of influencers to get more awareness. But on my side, the emails are sort of my last task. My eyes are so tired, but okay, here we go. So there will be 4 emails that go out throughout the course of a week. The first one will go out on the Sunday just as a sneak peek. I blurred the image so you can kind of see what it is behind there, but not quite. 2 days after that, I'll reveal the images and then also reveal the date that we'll be dropping the items. And then 1 day before the mats actually go live, I'm just gonna send out a reminder to say that it's tomorrow, it's going live, don't forget. And then on the live day, 15 minutes after the actual live time, we're going to send out the last email in this sequence, which just gives you the links to shop those 2 items. So exciting. I didn't want to overdo it with the emails, and we are on a little bit of a time crunch. So yeah, I think the 4 emails will do. We're going to complement this with content as well. And then with some of the influencers' help, I think that it will go really, really well. I already took them and put them into Klaviyo, so they're all ready to go and they're scheduled. But you're hearing it here first. The mats will be launching on June 2nd at 10 a.m. EST. So here's the navy blue one, so beautiful on the white desk. The turquoise one also looks really, really nice on the white tabletop. So if you have a white tabletop, I feel like this drop is for you. So I think that's all I'm gonna include in this video about product launching. I did also end up creating a landing page that's just for my YouTube family. So if you think you'd be interested in shopping either the turquoise mat or the navy mat, go to the link in my description box to sign up for the launch announcements, and I will send you a little discount code to use for when those mats come out. Just as a little gift, both to thank you for being a subscriber as well as watching this video until the end. If you enjoyed watching me build my e-commerce business, go to the comments down below and let me know so I know whether I should make more of these videos or not. But that's it. I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!